The numbers are out for January 2023, and we're going to look at Northern Virginia. So Northern Virginia, for the purpose of this talk, is going to contain Fairfax County, Arlington County, Alexandria City, Loudoun County, Prince William County, and Stafford County. So we're going to cover the closed sales, average sales price, average days on market, percentage of units selling over asking price, and average price over asking price. So closed sales are down 35%. So there were 1,419 transactions in January. Now, this is down from December 2022. And this 45%, just because this 45% is a little misleading, or at least on this page here, I want to just explain it. This 45% is really what December's numbers look like in reference to the last December. So this isn't December compared to January. You want
I'm
to talk
actually
about?
surprised by the drop in sales in January, because we really have started to see the market heat up. I'm really eager, I guess, to see what February is going to look like, because I felt that in January, especially over those last 2 weeks in January, we really started to see more properties going to contract. But I guess that we'll see those closings in February.
Right, we'll see those closings in February because
the properties that we see here that closed in January went under contract in December.
Right? So these are not January buyers.
Yeah.
So average sales price is up 3%, and this is closed sales price. So this is what closed in January. So that means that this went under contract most likely in December. And so the average sales price in December was $661,000. That's up 3%. That is also up above December 2022, which was $645,000. When we're looking at the average sales price number, we're trying to predict whether or not the average sales price will continue to increase as time goes on. And if we see December's numbers were already increased compared to the previous December, and now we see January's numbers increase from January to January, and then we also see it increase from month to month, that means that February is going to be another hot market, right? So you should not expect to get a quote unquote deal. We have a lot of people, even in some of our live streams, who ask us, Abraham, when will I see a 30% decrease in prices, or when will the crash come? The crash will come when everybody stops buying houses.
Yeah.
And since people have not stopped buying houses, there is no reason to assume that a crash will be here
at all, especially when we're seeing the same thing we were seeing around this time last year, which is multiple offers on a property on opening weekend. We are seeing buyers put in offers over list price and their offers not being accepted. And we're seeing properties get full price offers or above full price offers on the first day that they come on the market. So I don't have any hope to see prices decrease anytime in the near future.
The third number we're going to look at is average days on market. So this number is up 34%. So now we're looking at 38 days on market. This is for January. So keep in mind, January's closings are from December's under contract. So this is properties that went under contract in December. Some of them would have been November. So February's numbers for this same data will really give us an insight to what we should expect in 2023.
That's true, because in January we did see that days on market were still, 3 to 4 weeks. And I think that what we're seeing now, again, specifically over the last few weeks, is we're seeing a lot of properties go under contract within a few days of coming on the market.
Right. And so even when you look at these December numbers where it says it's 32 days on market, that is from November. So that's November under contract, October under contract. So percentage of units selling over asking price, we were at 24% of all transactions sold over asking price in January for January's closing. That's decreased by 19% when you compare January 2023 to January 2022. Last January, 43% of all properties were selling over the asking price. It was just
it was madness.
Super frustrating for a lot of our buyer clients.
It really was. And frustrating for us too, because it gets disheartening to have to repeatedly tell a buyer that unfortunately this wasn't their week.
I think we're going to see this number increase as we go into the spring market, because we're already, like I already said, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but we're already starting to see a lot more demand.
We are
at this time.
And there was a property you were supposed to show a buyer last Saturday, and on Thursday, when I went to make the appointment, I could barely find a time for you to show it on Saturday because they had so many showings for that Saturday. that I had to rearrange our whole day to get time in for that showing. And then Friday evening, the property went into contract and their agent canceled our showing.
Yep.
So we're getting back to that market where we're kind of having to watch as soon as the properties come on the market. We've already started telling our buyers a lot of properties come to market on Thursdays and Friday. Make sure you're checking your portal first thing Thursday morning, first thing Friday. Let us know if you want to see something so that we can try to get our appointments booked as quickly as possible. So it looks like it's gonna be just like last spring.
So when it comes to average price over asking price, this is what you should expect to pay over the asking price in the event that you are in a competitive offer situation. That number is down by 36%. And the people who did pay over asking price, on average, they paid $14,000 on average, which is down from December's numbers, which was $19,000.
As far as when you're making an offer, you're really going to look at not Northern Virginia, not even if you're looking in Reston, you're not looking in Reston. You're going to be looking at just what's selling in that immediate area to figure out exactly what percentage over asking sellers are getting.
So I found the property that had the highest price over asking price. So this buyer paid $200,000 over the asking price. It was an all cash offer. The property was located in Alexandria, Fairfax County, in a neighborhood called Rose Hill. So they paid $200,000 over the asking price. Also, this property went under contract in December. So this is a December buyer paying $200,000 over the asking price. This offer was so good that the seller canceled their open house.
Was this new construction or this is resale?
This is a resale, but it's relatively new. It was built in 2018.
Okay.
2018. So this is the second owner of the property. And I'm pretty sure the first owner is very pleased with their investment because they most likely paid like $900,000 or so. All right. So in conclusion, expect higher prices than last year in February, right? So expect for February to be a gangbuster month. Also, you got to watch those days on market. The days on market numbers are not telling a full story because we're starting to see a lot of the older inventory gets sucked up, which means that older inventory, when it closes, is going to give you the illusion that you have a lot of time on your hand. Some of the newer properties, the newer listings, they're selling immediately, which is going to skew a lot of the numbers moving forward. So I know that this is disheartening. This is go time. This is go time right now.
Well, it's disheartening for buyers, but for our sellers who are watching, this is great news because a lot of people speculated that this year's market, we would see a big dip in sales prices, and that just hasn't been the case.
Expect a bidding war for top tier properties. I was out with a client this past weekend, and we were looking at a top tier property, and I was explaining to them that if they are not prepared to compete with other more qualified buyers, then you probably want to buy top tier properties on like Tuesday or Wednesdays of the following week. So top tier properties, expect the bidding war, come with your checkbook
and an updated pre-approval letter.
Yep. So that's it. So that's the market.